God thought to share. I took a child development class. Now I stopped for a second and talk about this fact. We live in a civilized society. This society has rules. I began to inject those rules into a kid's life. Now here's the problem with that. Kids are very egocentric. That means what I think about myself, my self-esteem, my value is largely determined by the people around me. It's going to be determined by my parents, by my neighborhood and my school and the places that I frequent. And it's also determined by how and what society views about me. So that means that as I'm being integrated into this system and these rules of living, so then when you tell me I mess up and you apply strict punishment to that mess up will alter the behavior, but that mess up alters mostly the belief about myself. That very system that is curtailing behavior is creating and building shame and really low self-esteem. So what is the solution? Stop for a second and talk about myself. That I created this God space and I committed to showing up in this space every single day. And I started with prayer, and then I began to journal scripture. I began to learn how to interpret scripture for myself. As scripture and real life lines up, my beliefs about what I'm experiencing begins to shift. I begin to be edified from the inside out. The shift happens when I start believing in the goodness of my personhood and being willing to share that with my environment instead of my environment defining what they want me to believe about myself. So that means that we have to build our kids like God builds us. And that is, as you are having life experiences, I'm going to be injecting what you should feel about yourself in that experience. And then my next rule of engagement, I'm going to be altering the belief that got you into that experience. God is allowing me to learn in this system and to take on new beliefs. And that's what we have to give to our kids. I want you to learn a different belief. Not I want to wrestle the behavior out of you, because the truth of it is that when you start to learn new beliefs about yourself, then my choices begin to fall in line with my new belief about self. So we will want to snuff out this particular behavior, but the truth of it is that that behavior is connected to a belief. And we want to snuff out the belief because the behavior will change when the belief changes.